Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ghostmith Gaming with me, Christopher. We're back with Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition and my first playthrough of the game. Last time we did all of the stuff here in the Clerk's Ward. I thought it was the upper ward, but apparently we are unable to go to the upper ward, so, you know, we're here. It might be the upper ward, but I don't know. And I've been going around doing the stuff that I think I can do. I do see that there are some parts of the map that I maybe haven't really seen, but I doubt that there's going to be that much more in there. Which means that we now have the indoors to do. I have done the Advocate's Home, because he just felt like going there, and that was actually the father of the woman in the mortuary, or rather the spirit of the woman. So that's actually, yeah, that was him. So that was a bit interesting that I found that so early on. But we are going to keep going. So why don't we start this episode with a visit to the brothel. That's going to be fun, isn't it? And, oh. Well, that's precarious. No, actually it isn't. No. Never mind me. I usually, you know, assume that we always see everything, but no, we actually usually don't see everything. Okay, well, we have someone. We have a fall from grace and a brothel patron. So I don't care about you, but you, who are you? Well, it's a stunning golden-haired woman dressed in an azure and violet dress with two long, elegant wings draped across her shoulders. Cinderella slides much is easily the most beautiful woman you've ever seen. Hello!
Well met, traveler. How may I help you?
Are you a follower or companion? You have a voice. And so far, I think it's been with 100% accuracy, actually. These three all said something when I got them in my party, and yeah, you're in my party. So, ooh, hello. Well, who are you?
My journal.
You are called Fall from Grace, and you are apparently new to Sigil, are you not? Well, I'm probably not, you know, but indeed, I've probably been here for quite some time, actually. Indeed. Well, that's a long tale, perhaps longer than I know. So, what is this place? Well, this is the brothel of slaving intellectual lusts. I don't know what slating is. That word. So I don't know if is that many intellectual or few intellectual or not so intellectual. I don't know. She says you for a moment, and I take it by your question that you did not intend to partake of the establishment. Well, probably not, but what kind of a brothel is it actually? Well, this is I established. Oh, you're the matron, so to speak. I established this brothel to give those lustful fevers that strike the mind more avenues of expression rather than simply carnal. Okay, so not a physical brothel, but a intellectual brothel, I guess. Much pleasure can be had in conversation and engaging the verbal arts with others. Did you really have to name it brothel? I mean, that word has connotations. Well, indeed, sounds dull. Well, I mean, yes, if you're out for the carnal lusts, then yes, this is probably a bit dull. I assure you, it is not. Tour the brothel, see for yourself. Okay, so, indeed, no intercourse. Well, only of psychological nature. Rest assured, it is still quite stimulating. So, yeah, why did you do that? Why did you start this? Well, that is an odd question. I don't think anyone has ever asked me that, at least directly. Well, Lady Grace. Ooh, that... Alright, Fall from Grace, so Lady Grace, sure. Well, I mean, I'm just curious. Oh, no apologies are necessary. I'm more than happy to discuss the reasons with you if you wish. I would like to hear that. Part of the answer to your question requires that you know that I'm a member of the Society of Sensation. Our faction believes that one should experience as much as the multiverse as possible. Is that the same as those two? Or were they something else? The two women I met outside that talked weird. And that was able to transfer feelings to me, sort of. Were they the same? Doesn't seem like it. But yeah, okay, so yeah, is that why you did this? Well, the brothel is intended to slate the lusts of even the hardened intellectual. It is designed to stimulate the mind to heighten one's awareness of themselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. It is for those who seek something more than the shallow physical pleasure that fill the high and lower wards. So the establishment encourages the selection of fencing rather than, well, the other kind of fencing, if you would. Well, indeed. I mean, are we just assuming that there's only women here? Wouldn't there be men as well? Well, the women here are aspiring sensates. They've come to me in search for instruction to prepare themselves to enter the faction. Also, many of them have a natural grasp of language that can shatter the crust of the most hardened individuals. So, talk to me more about sensates. Well, I am a member of the Society of Sensei. Okay, fair enough. Yes, we already knew that. So, are all the girls in training? Yes, I hope that by learning the art of language and its subtleties, that the patrons and the students here may learn more about themselves. One is only as limited as their command of the language. To be able to employ language to evoke emotions in others is a tremendous skill. Right? So, indeed, you have wings, actual wings. From the beginning there I thought it was actually her dress, but no, she actually has proper wings. So not really human. And Anna goes in and she's one of the fiends, one of the succubi. Not succubi. That's not how you pronounce that. Succubi. She'll take your measure and then she'll take your soul to the lower place, so she will. Oh, Anna doesn't really like her already. Well, your companion is correct. I am a lesser Tanari, more specifically a succubus. I'm afraid you're a little too common in the lower planes and elsewhere for your own good. For our own good, sorry. Most of my race spend their time seducing mortals with various pleasures of the flesh. And how about you?
Updated my journal.
Well, I like to think that I've distanced myself from that. It is ultimately a trivial and non-productive way for one to spend one's time here in the multiverse. There's much more to life, wouldn't you agree? So, okay. So she's basically a succubi that doesn't do any of the succubuying. That is to say, seducing and having lots and lots of sex, I guess. Right. So, who do I get you to be my companion? Well, okay, we can actually, there are two more things we could, I could just flat out ask her to join me, okay. That's a little bit on the nose game, but sure. Yeah, what about the night hag named Ravel? Well, I am familiar with the name. She pauses for a moment. Rumors cluster thickly about that name, and most tend to discount her as a myth. But I suspect that she did exist and that she made quite an impression in the cage during her stay here. So why do you ask? Well, I'm seeking her out. Truly? I found myself compelled to ask why. Well, I need information from her. And this is information available from no one else. Indeed, probably she is the only
Updated
one.
my journal.
Huh. Consider this. If Ravel does indeed exist, then she's extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she's a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. The search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. Well, do you know anything else then? Well, she is said to be one of the hags of the Grey Waste, and that she was believed to possess powers and a cunning far beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago. In addition to the evils she committed during her stay, rumor has it that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as a fiction, a figure in children's stories. I imagine later Pain dealt with her, as all threats to Sigil are dealt with. Well, again, we know, but sure, we'll ask.
Updated my journal.
Rebel was most likely sent to Maze, one of the latest prisons. And again, we can keep asking. There are many journal updates here, so sure, whatever. So yeah, the lady said to have the power to take pieces of Sigil. You watch surprised as a ghostly image of Grace's little finger pulls itself from the hand and floats in the air. Ooh, that's weird. And makes a maze. Okay, so go on. The small ghostly circle flows in the air. The piece of sigil she takes hold the prisoner. There's no escaping being mazed. It can happen at any time while walking down the street, through a door, and then you are somewhere else. Inside the ghostly circle you can slowly see a flicker of movement. Okay, it is said there is a portal that leads out of the maze, but are difficult to find. Perhaps they are left in to give the prisoner hope. Perhaps they are left in to torture the prisoner. Perhaps it's both. Okay. So, what about the Grey Waste, then? A blighted plane that lies effectively between Brothel and the Abyss. It is frequently a battleground in the Blood War. So, okay. Well, do you know anyone else who might know anything? Someone in Festhall may know? Sure, we are going there as well. Right.
My journal.
Did we up from that? Okay. So now we actually have asked about Ravel as well. So, okay. Should I just ask her? I mean, why not? Okay, Anna doesn't like this. Who's to say she'll be coming with us? But then any likes of hers, so we don't. Well, Mort chimes in. Bar that, fiendling. I'm all for the succubus coming with us. The powers know you're about as fun as passing a caltrop through your bowels. Well, you'd best latch your bonebuck skull, or I'll rattle you so hard till packing your teeth of the spire. Well, travel with you? That's rather forward. I think so too, yes, game. That's extremely forward. Okay. I mean, okay, I'd rather be honest with my intentions. You seem extremely pleasant and well-versed in the ways of the place. A companion with that kind of knowledge would be welcome. Well, okay, yes, that is actually a good idea. I guess that is the truth. And, oh, that's bad. Don't say that. You're a sensei, sure, there must be a limit to how much you can learn here. Basically telling her that, you know, this place doesn't give you everything you need. Come with me instead. But no, actually, okay, the first point is actually good. If she has extensive knowledge of the planes, and we are most likely going to have something to do with all of that. Yes. Well, hey, just wait a minute. I'm the one well-versed in the planes. That's my job. Shut up, Mort. You've never said anything about the planes. Bloody hell. Well, having two people knowledgeable about the planes in our bands is pretty smart to me. And indeed pleasant. You're not so pleasant, Mort. Pleasant at eyes, maybe? Looks to me like all some chit has to do is show a little skin and you'll sign her right up. Not a matter, really, I just thought I'd mention it. Well, you know, noted. Well, would you like to travel? Well, I appreciate the calendar. I shall calendar with some of my own. Why should I travel with you? Okay, so is this going to be make or break? Can I fail this? Because obviously I want more people with me, but okay. Well, attempt to travel to planes perhaps no one else has been ever to or could reach. Would that be interesting? Sure. Again, don't diminish this place. It's her baby, so to speak. That's bad. And again, no. Okay, so the choices are fairly simple. Let's go with that one. Well, that would indeed yet. Oh, okay. Huh. Now I have to go with one of those. I mean, I would assume that this is the better choice if I had to choose between them. I'm also assuming that going for, you know, coming back at some point might not necessarily be necessary. As in, nothing will change if I go with this. Okay, I mean, this one just seems bad. Let's go with this one. Well, I think you would be surprised if you wanted to accompany me on your travels. I need a far more compelling reason. Aha, okay, so we actually don't have the reason. Well, I'll see if I can find a compelling reason then. So she is a possible companion, but we need to figure out why. Okay. Yves the Tail Chaser. Okay, let's talk with the Tail Chaser. Fashion young woman has a faraway look on her soft sea green eyes. Hello. Well, greetings. I'm Yves the Tail Chaser. What a coincidence. I too chase tails. I mean, Mort, you are acting like you have a body. One you don't. Have you come to trade tails? I'd like to question you first. So what is up with the Tail Chaser? Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumored to know many things and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as what would give her purpose. Now, the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and intended towards drink, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was that within one story that she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl went off and collected stories which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands hold truth. Such is the danger of foolish questions and the wisdom of an unspoken one. So you're talking about yourself, basically. Okay. So what are you doing here? Well, you're collecting tales and trading with others who have tales of their own. So, do I have tales? Well, okay. Okay, let's talk about me waking up. Okay. She leans forward as you tell the tale of your waking in Dustman Mortar. She seems to devour every word as you finish. She smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. I too will tell a tale of the Dustman Chapters of Dust. Right. Chapters in the Dead Book, the massive tome, which the Dustmen keep that records the passing of all that lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies and grant their release. So basically me. Okay, we can... Is this a person we are going to get back to? It feels like we're going to get back to you, because we have 3 stories, apparently. And, yeah, okay, that might be it. Okay, indeed, I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, do you know what a Modron is? No, I do not. Modrons are creatures of total law, almost more machinery than living things. I don't think I've heard that name. I've heard about stuff like this, but I don't remember that word or name. There are many different sorts of Modron, but all have their place in a very rigid, carefully organized hierarchy. So dedicated are they to the system that they cannot communicate with or even consider the existence of Modrons who are not their immediate superiors or inferiors. Okay, then I should tell you the tale of the Clock and the Quadrone. I mean, it's an easy experience. Not much, but some. Once upon a time, there existed a Modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to Sigil following the commands of its Modron superiors. It knew of nothing but commands and dictates of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, Modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority. Until this one. One day it came upon a small shop, within which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, the wheels of its hands broken. The Modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts to fix the broken clock. But why? It made a new wooden housing for the clock's part, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of great gears of mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything that may comfort a Modron. And what the Modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock that it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in Sigil and be with the clock for the rest of his years. Don't think I've encountered that being yet, if it exists. Right, let's also talk about the Silent Kill then. Not Silent Kill, Silent King. I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you. The petitioner at the gate. It was far after peak when the distant pounding was heard at the gates of the prison. Karras, the oldest mercy killer known to the faction, dragged himself from his post, making his way down the hall to the great gates that separated the punished from the outside world. The pounding did not fade as he reached the gate and spoke to it. He called out and received no answer. He opened the gate, far from feeling caution, but a strange, compelling sensation. A haggard figure was on bent knees just beyond the door. Her hands were bloody from where they had been pounding against the gate, and her breath came in labored gasps. As the flickering light from the interior prison chamber poured across the cobbles, she glanced up at the mercy killer who stood framed in the doorway and began to sob with relief. He felt himself mirrored in all but his gender as he stared at the woman, and he was stirred by her presence. Karras found himself unsure of what to say, so he simply waited for the woman to provide an explanation. She did. It was a simple statement, but of utmost importance, and it made Karras, whose knees ached painfully with every movement, bend down and help the woman to her feet. He brought her in from the outside, guiding her gently into the passage beyond. She had said that an injustice had been done, and that was all that Karis needed to hear. In the end, it came to pass that she could not fulfill her duty as a Fury, for a man guilty of a blood crime had died unpunished. She begged Karis and the Merciless for aid, and so they executed her. She had failed in her charge. Huh. Well, I don't have any more stories for now, but presumably, once we do more things, we are gonna have more stories. Okay. Yeah, we already... Do you know anything about Puzzlewell? Well, the tale of Ravel Puzzlewell frighten our children begins and ends with a question: what can change the nature of a man? Many were the times she posed this riddle to those who approached her, those who sought to glean from her the strange magic she alone seemed to possess. All attempted to answer her query, but to no avail, and they found the price of a wrong answer to be some horrible fate, always more terrible than the last victim's. To recount their various torments would be to speak of things that nightmares are woven from. The tale strikes me in this way: Ravel herself knew not the answer to this question, but she lusted for such an answer. Only the why of the matter remained in question. Why did the nature of a man matter to one of the Grey Sisters, especially to one of such power as Ravel? Well, it is said that she put the question to the Lady of Pain, not directly, but shouted it to Sigil itself, daring for the lady to answer. When no reply was forthcoming, she wove terrible magics that threatened to open the cage and let the fury of the plains roll in like a wave. She received no answer other than banishment. To this day, no one knows the answer to Ravel's question, and now there is no one to petition, for Ravel herself is gone, lost to the plains.
Updated my journal.
Okay, wait, there's more. Oh, here we go. Though my tale ends with Ravel's demise, there are some that claim the hag still lives. There's a silent prostitute here who once talked of such things, but she speaks no longer. If she would speak to you, she might tell you more about Ravel. So who's that?
My journal.
Echo, apparently. I once heard a tale of a girl who knew the word that, if spoken, would undo the multiverse. Ooh, that's bad. Perhaps this is Echo. Ask Delora, though. I understand that she sometimes meets with one who knew Echo before she stopped speaking. Okay, we'll end there, I guess. Done. So before we talk to Echo, we talk to Delora, who just happens to be right here. Hello, Delora. Those look like machines, don't they? Whatever the hell they are. And a dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which I previously thought to be grey, are the color of brushed steel. Hello! The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection. Greetings, I am called Delora. May I serve you? Well, in what ways? No, we can start with questions. Well, I am willing to serve you as a patron, but I have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you should simply have to bear with that for the time being. Aha, can I help you with something?
My journal.
Well, she looks up to the floor and into your eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart, and in time I think all things shall be resolved. Well, okay, if it's a matter of the heart, I'm sure I can help. Certain? No, I'm not. My first love, Merriman, possesses still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Well, why don't I just have a bit of a chat with him? Well, I may not leave this place. Well, actually, yeah, why didn't you do that? Well, I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say that I cannot seek out Merriman myself. Well, you know, I'll be sure to help you out.
My journal.
Okay, were you to find and speak with Merriman, I would be most grateful. He's a member of the Society of Sensation. So you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. Well, indeed, we are going there. So, yeah, those are mortals. No, I don't think we've seen those before. They look weird. So, I would assume that Echo, then, is someone I shouldn't talk to just now. Is every room gonna have a named person? Wow, okay. Kimashi Addertongue, hello. Again, you clueless dung sack. Have we talked? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's just a guy behind us. Okay, fair enough. A wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered only by a narrow leather thong, a black-clothed brassiere, and armored shoulder pads, which is very reasonable. Indeed, she wears a leather collar around her throat with inscription Kimashi Adatong. Hello! Well, and just what are you looking at, you banged up sod? Oh, is this like in Monty Python? Is this the argument room? We can have a solid argument here. Well, my friend thought you were attractive, but whoa! Was she ever horribly mistaken? Aw. Well, sharp tongue for a steamless deader. Well, you know, let's for this time around, just go at it, Mort. Well, like I'd let mine anywhere near if I had one. What, did you hear the word brothel and think you could make some jink here, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Ha, can't believe they even let you in the door. And with all of those ticks hopping off your shaggy legs. Ticks? The only annoying insect around here is you. And hey, you here to talk to me or what? Well, or what? Well, yes, I have questions. What makes you think I care? Why did you lick my backside? Indeed. Well, I don't like hair in my mouth. Now I'm getting into this. Well, you seem like the taste of offal in your mouth, you dung-breathed credit. Only because it's like kissing you, you mangy stinkpot. This is the argument room. Well, not argument room, but like... What would be the word for this? Berating room? Kiss me? I'd rather kiss a bloody mass of phlegm than lay my lips on you. No thanks. Well, don't thank me. Thank the power someone actually wants to kiss you. Well, she looks at a loss, apparently. Okay, alright. What do you want from me? Well, you know, questions answered. Fine, whatever. Ah, we won that debate. That very intellectual debate. This is not very intellectual, you know. Fall from grace, but whatever. So who are you anyway? Well, Scarbunks, you get out of here before I put a fire under your arse. Well, okay, you know what? I'll have another question then. What are you doing here? Well, not you, that's for certain. Aha, but I'm complaining the best way to tell you to pike off. Okay, we're not getting anything from you. Can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? Do we need that? I don't know. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzle? So we have actually moved past my journal. We're not asking about the journal anymore. It's Puzzlewell now.
My journal.
So, fair enough. And what would I know about her? Look like a scholar or something to you? Go by someone more learned or Eves. She probably have at least one story about her in the pile of tales she cares about in her bone box. Yes, she did, and we've already talked to her, so that's cool. Okay, anything you can tell me about Echo? Well, that Echo shit. Don't know anything about her. Don't talk to the girl. I mean, why? Not like she can talk back. Ask Frigid Allura about her. I think I saw her playing Go with an old crush of Echo's. Back from when she could talk. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Can you make Mort more abusive? Now, that's an unusual request. I don't know. Seems pretty foul-mouthed already. Well, he seems pretty foul-mouthed already. Kimashi Bladderdung, you scruffy goat-gammed harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What do? Bob around wishing you had a pair of goats or otherwise. The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults and clashing with razor-edged tongues, and we shall just have a bit of a wait. At last the two stopped their bickering, and eerie silence settles over them as they one another hatefully. You're not bad, really. Not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps? Eh? Well, don't push it, skull.
All right.
Well, I won't, tiefling. I will admit I might have learned a thing or two, though. Good thinking, Chief. Sure thing, Mort. I don't know if we actually needed that, but farewell. But very well is what I was going to say. So was that all you wanted? I'm not spending any more time on you than I have to. That's it for now. Farewell. Right, next room, next person to talk to. Because I'm going to assume there's going to be one in a room. Actually, no.
Right.
Actually, no. Close the door. Can we not close it? Okay, never mind. There are things here. There we go. Lockpick that. Okay, just a bit of money. Good thing too. Handkerchief. Unmarked silk handkerchief. I don't expect we need those. Haven't seen one before though, so new thing. Right, next person. Kesai Seris. Who might you be? Alarmingly voluptuous woman. Alarmingly. That's that's the first. Thick mane of wavy raven-colored hair, bluish skin, and shimmering crimson eyes, like rubies which have fires lit a bit behind them. Hello! The woman's voice is deep and sensuous, and my greetings to you, sir. I'm Kasai Cerise, so tell me, what might I do for you? Anything! Do anything you want to me. What could you do to you, Mort? Polish your skull or something? Kasai laughs heartily, revealing canines long enough to be considered fangs. So what manner of creature is she, then? She shakes her head and smiles at Mort. Truly, though, please, what can I do for you? Me, that is. Well, so what usually do you do here? Well, talk, of course. Usually about dreams, often those erotic in nature, but not always. So, would you like to tell me yours? Don't be shy, I've heard everything, you know. Nothing will shock or surprise me. I so love to hear people's dreams. We can trade if you'd like to, but you must go first. Okay. My dreams recently rise when I saw you, my lady. That's weird, but let's go with it. Were they now? You look very savage, you know. Tell me, are you rough with your lovers in the act? I mean, very physical. So, are you talking about abusive or something? Well, I suppose I am. Ooh, I thought you'd say this much. I'm quite rough myself. I like to be carried around and I particularly enjoy biting. I have sharp teeth though, so I do have to take care. Sometimes I get carried away and draw a little blood, you know. It's enough to make me weep. Where was this shit when I had a body? Well, roaming the outlands most likely, but that was the rhetorical question, wasn't it? So indeed, you have sharp teeth. What are you? Well, I certainly do. Would you like to see? And here she shows me the fangs. Well, I don't think I'd mind that, no. I doubt I'd get through that thick hide of yours anyway. Do you have much sensation left in your skin? Well, actually, no. Oh, that is a shame. You do have a lot of scars. Even your lips, the lids of your eyes. Tell me, are you scarred everywhere? You know, everywhere? I don't want to talk about it. But no, actually, some parts managed to stay out of that. Well, that's good then. You never did tell me about your dreams, you know. Come on, let's have them. Well, you know, I don't necessarily have... Is this also a person we can come back to see later? If I go with this, let's see what she says. Well, truly, how sad. Even fiends and divas in dreams, you know. Are you certain you don't? No dreams at all. Too peculiar. I'm at a loss of what to say. Well, okay, let me ask stuff. So what are you, anyway? What, you can't tell? She draws herself up, thrusting her ample bosom towards you. A woman. Well, I can see my answer doesn't please you. I am plain touched. Actually, like your friend here. She points at Anna. Well, that's all you need to know. Didn't really get anything out of that. So what is it that you're doing? We already know about that. So what can you tell me about Echo? We apparently need to ask everyone of that. Well, that's Echo. Well, what do you mean that's... Oh, right, the silent process. It's Echo, yes. She's very sweet, but so quiet. I understand that she said something once which caused some great tragedy, and because of that she'll never speak again. An interesting enough story, but I don't know if it's true. And again, talking to Delora. Right, nothing about possible, and I think that... you did seem a little bit short with me there. Well, of course I'm sure. Don't ask me ever again. Well, okay, fair enough. I don't actually think I have anything else to ask for now. And next room. And is this going to be another empty room? No, it is not. Marissa. Hello. Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. We're not really at the other side of the partition, though. But fair enough. Hello. The figure answers... The figure? We're standing right next by to her, but whatever. Yes, come to speak with the Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so rude and foolhardy. Yeah, I am. The game that hasn't really made up its mind here, has it? Okay. And you can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze, or the hissing of serpents. Creepy shit indeed. Well, I didn't actually know that anyone was here, and it is actually slightly darker, that is true. Well, but it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way then? Well, I want to ask you things. So why are you behind the screen? Well, it is your wish that I step away from this partition into some patch of light and speak to you face to face? Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and it doubtless suits you as well. So why is it so dark? Well, to prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Huh. What exactly do you mean by that? Well, come out in the light. Come. Nay, I want the addition of please will not serve to persuade me. Now what do you want? Surely you did not come all this way to see me. Well, I do want to see what you look like. You have no such want. Well, now I do. Now that I can't have it, I absolutely do. So what do you look like? The darkness hides us both. Let's make it a game. I'm frightfully bored. Let me guess. Are you a human male? Well, I guess. You think so? I do not know. It's a bit complicated. Well, indeed, it must be too great of a mere mind such as mine to grasp. Well, I actually don't really know. I'm the nameless one, but I don't know what the nameless one is. Well, almost interesting. And again, more hissing. So, describe yourself. Well, tall, muscular, horribly scarred. Very handsome. And, okay, you know what? No reason to lie to her, I guess. Well, indeed. How were you so horribly scarred? Wait, never mind. I do not wish to know. Well, describe yourself, then. Well, she describes herself as a shapely, pale-skinned, beautiful woman with a forked tongue. Like probably literally a forked tongue, I would assume. Hair made up of riding asps and glowing eyes, which assumes she must be keeping shut. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. That's Medusa. Wow, okay, whatever. I was about questioning about asps. That is not a word I know, but now I think I know. It's basically snakes. So, that is very exotic looking, yes. Journal. Well, I am, and my merest glance turns living things to stone. Yeah, it is Medusa. From being so fleshless to stature with only the bat of an eyelash. And, ooh, could you turn a limb into a statue? Well, I suppose I could. Had your limb, and were I inclined to do so, and I might be so inclined, had I my crimson veil, but I do not know where it has gone. Okay. So, a normal veil, you say? Not quite. Aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. She literally told you why she needs to hide her face. Bloody hell. Well, enough of this asinine question how tirelessly annoying you are. Now, what you want? Yeah, that was a really stupid question, but fair enough. So, anything you can say about Echo? Well, yes indeed, I knew another Echo once, though her name was written differently. I know nothing of this girl though, ask her Laura, etc, etc. And Puzzlewell, know anything about her? Well, do you? Go ask Eves. Yes, we have already talked to Eves. So we're doing sort of the... I could have gone the other way around, I suppose, and that would have been meant, or rather made a bit more sense. Okay, we have a hidden room here. Let's actually turn your detection of traps on, just in case.
Done.
So that is a secret passage. Let's not go in there immediately. I realize that this entire episode is going to be in here. Same as the bar that we were in before. Ooh, more boxes though. Right. Thieve it open. Not a lot of people walking about here. So I almost feel slightly safe, actually, by just going through here. Gold earring, I'll take it. That's worth a little bit. And Anna is super much in the way. We have a silver bracelet, more handkerchiefs, and more earrings. Cool, cool, cool. I guess we need to talk to these. Ooh, was that actually another one? Yes. Okay, that is not an entry point. Fair enough. Right, more people. We have Echo. So I guess we don't really need to talk to her right now. She's a striking young woman. Her skin color burnished copper, a translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps. Hello. The woman also smiles. I had some questions. Is your name Echo? She nods indeed. Apparently I need to add that to my journal for some reason. Isn't it really stupid to try and hold a conversation with someone who doesn't talk? Yeah, have you heard anything about Marissa's Crimson Veil? No, she does not. Okay, let's just ask, see if she does anything. Well, sure. Do you know the word of an undead murderer if it's spoken? Okay, her eyes wide in surprise. She gives a beaming smile, rolling her eyes and shaking her head. No, okay, apparently this is not it. So she probably said something else then. So, did your voice indeed cause someone's death or some other tragedy? And after a moment she shakes her head. Okay, so not that either. Okay, actually I don't know more than that. Do you know anything about Ravel possible? Okay, she doesn't know. Can you tell me? Obviously no. Fair enough. Well, we kind of need to do the lores thing first, and then we can get back to you. Another room with... Was that Nanny? No, Nenny. Nenny 9 Eyes. Do you actually have 9 eyes? Because that would be weird. Petite, attractive young woman, smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her white, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks above. But apparently, only 2 of them. Hello? A smiling young woman curses gracefully. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny. And how are you this fine... And oh my, your hurt she blinks all over. I am. More space around. Mocking the girl's obviousness. Power is above, Chief. She's right, I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. And indeed, they are old scars. I'm perfectly fine. Okay. Well, questions, huh? Oh, shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I'm named Nenny. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel of the slating and intellectual lusts. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? Well, that one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink, probably. Well, okay, I'll play along here. She can touch me. I think that's ink. Is it ink? Oh, what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. That's simply amazing. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. Well, right now, nothing to do about that. Well, I am sorry. I'm sorry, pox on me for even mentioning them. Well, and also she cringes a bit, but I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you, and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain. Actually, you know, just the amnesia. Amnesia? Loss of memory? You're so lucky. Everything must be new to you. I mean, that is a very glass half full kind of approach, isn't it? I mean, yes, sure, but still not super good. Well, okay, more questions. So, what can you tell me about Echo? We can apparently ask everybody about Echo, so let's do that. So, Echo, yes, she's a mysterious one, isn't she? Do you know that she never speaks? Truly. I think that she was emotionally wounded, so badly that she may never speak again. I bet the Lord knows, and we know about that, and Marissa's Crimson Veil. And, I just can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it. Well, it's not bad to point out a thief. Well, but I don't know if she's a thief. Okay. Aha, she wants me to stop the topic, but no. Well, why don't you try and say something not nice about her? Well, oh, alright. Oh, I dislike her very, very much. And, was that convincing? Not really. Well, I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong. She's a very friendly person, isn't she? So practice on me then. Well, I guess I could try, you big, mean, nasty brute. Meanie. How was that? Well, try hitting me. Oh, she claps her hand over her mouth, probably very, very shocked. Oh, I couldn't, and I mustn't. How does one hit somebody anyway? Well, you know what? Do it. Remember, I'm a mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. She slaps you, but you barely feel it. I'm so sorry. Did I hurt? Tell me you're okay. Well, I mean... oh, damn, never been hit so hard. Show what you got. You can say something bad, just let it all out. Ooh, let's bring her mean side out. Well, oh, and he draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists and puts them on her hips, scrunches up her face in a cute scowl. Oh, damn be you deserved that for all the indignities you put me through. Going out late at night, getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think? Why did we get into role-playing, being husband and wife all of a sudden? Like, kids? What? Excellent, go for it. Oh, don't you excellent me, like I'm some backlicker looking for your approval. I am my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless I get some solid commitment. Sure, well, I think that's enough. Well, Nanny punches you. You barely feel it. Take this and this. She punches you again, promptly turning into a little fist flailing whirlwind. There we go. That was easier than I thought. No kidding. Ooh, that's a lot of experience. Nice. And I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. So, about the Crimson Veil?
My journal.
There we go. I'll bet I do. I saw the nasty Kimashi adder tongue sneaking out of Marissa's room. Okay. They're both meanies, you know, but Kimashi is really awful. Aha. So there we go. Right, can you tell me anything about Echo? Well, yes, she is a mysterious one, isn't she? Do you know that she never speaks? Truly? Oh, actually, never mind. We already asked about this. Puzzle. Well, no sorry. That's a great name, though, huh? I'll bet she's a really interesting person. And again, back to Eves. We've already talked to her. Well, 2 more rooms to go, but we also have Vivian here. Just strolling by. Tall, elegant woman with sharp features and regal demeanor. Aristocratic beauty. Hello. Well, greetings. My name is Vivian. Am I to presume I'm being summoned? No, not now. I just want to question you. So what's your gig here? Aside from my work as a student, I'm looking for something actually. Would you happen to have smelled it? Smelled it? Yes, a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. To someone difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident. Though you never know with the ladies around here. So, by any chance have you smelled it? Well, okay. How could it go wandering exactly? I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here have been jealous at times and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. That is peculiar. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Well, I want that scent back, and I want it now. Okay, so how would you know if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. It is quite striking, especially to men. Well, I can try to help you. Well, are you certain I do not wish to impose? Oh, absolutely not. So, how could I help such a lovely woman such as yours? Well, Anna mumbled something angrily. You catch the word piking and idiot stick. I'm not an idiot stick. You are an idiot stick. You're too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I'm somewhat anxious to get it back as one of a kind scent, really. Well, I would like to ask you more about that, but whatever. Echo, what can you tell me about her? Well, she is a dear and quiet. That may be part of the charm. There's all manner of speculation as to why she is silent, but I think it was that her heart was most horribly broken. And again, back to Delora. And, just to get confirmation, let's keep asking about the Crimson Veil. Were at an occasion outside it, a light and cast its remains into the deepest of pits. Oh, you don't like Marissa, do you? May that wretched thing never find her precious veil and be confined to the chamber for the rest of her days. Huh. You really did not like her. Possible? Know anything about that? Well, some historical figure I can't really recall. Well, a night hag from Sigil's past. Well, I hope she stays in the past then. Night hags are foul creatures besmirching all femininity everywhere in the plains. Well, you may wish to ask Yves. Yes, I know about that. Right? Bit more information. Yes. We have Juliet in here, very green looking. A dark-haired young woman, that is clearly white hair, but sure, whatever. Same miserable location picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. At least they got that color right. Hello. Well, greetings. Yes, I am named Juliet. How may I... Oh, never mind. Never though mind. Leave me be. Huh, what's wrong? Nothing at all, only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase this dreadful, tedious passage. Oh, you are not liking this place because, well, you think it's tedious, basically. So is it so tedious? Well, alas, it is dreadfully boring. So basically you're not being challenged as much as you would like. Well, could I make it less boring? Well, no, this kind of thee to offer, though. I'm already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. It's just that I wish something more of our liaison. So, what's the problem here? Well, there is a problem, in that there are no problems to speak of. Our families took to the news of our courtship splendidly, his siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going so smoothly. It's not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I mean, sure, in some ways I guess that could be a thing, maybe? Well, okay. Don't know about that. Well, dost thou not? Hast thou never had such courtship? It would seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I mean, sure. And sadly, the thing is, I don't really remember courtships. And the remnants of the ones that I've encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. Well, it's just that all my friends have such interesting relationships. One's fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at another's backs, poison mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me and whom the world loves. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Well, here comes Mort. I feel sorry for a lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A shit like this is nothing but trouble. Well, apparently true, yes. Well, okay. I could just say that she should relish it, but what did you have in mind? Well, I'm not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy, something intense. Well, indeed, you could have an affair, but you could also make up an affair. Where do I want to go with that? I think, I mean, I could be a jealous suitor if you want to. Well, I highly doubt that. Actually, that idea is not half as settled as at first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough. And art thou as rugged and tough as thy appearance would indicate? Yes, I am. Thou shalt do this for me then? Yes, I will. Absolutely, I'm down with this. Well, my love, Montague may be found within the Civic Fest Hall. Oh, cool. Okay, so, yeah. This episode, the brothel. The next episode, the Fest Hall, I would assume. And we have... Ooh, hello. We can alter this in some way. Not everyone. Just me.
Gone.
What can I do? As you make to search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp, as the drawers slam themselves shut at a stateful humph. Hello? Hello indeed. The armoire gives another humph. So what have we here? A rogue after some latest frilly undergarments? Oh, we have a talking closet, do we? You talk, do I? Why, yes I do. So, who are you exactly? Well, I'm Louis. And who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow rummaging about in other people's things. So what are you actually doing here? Well, if you must know, I'm being an armor. But why are you being an armor here? That is the important question. Well, I happen to have become an armor because I want to be an armor. Thank you very much. It is not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. It very much appears as if that is the only reason. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I'm merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armor. The sights, the smells, the sensations. So, I guess the women know about this then? Well, yes, they do, and they wholeheartedly approve of, well, not with the entire hearts exactly. And while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I'm an armor, I would not want them to know that I'm anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon the matter, so no one knows that you're an armor. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to need something from you to keep this quiet, because this will not stand. Very well, open the third door, you scalawag. Okay. And as I pull my hand in, slams your fingers with great force. Searing pain races through your hand as you withdraw your battered fingers. Ha ha! Cretin, idiot! Open the drawer, I said, and you reached in. Slaps the drawer again for emphasis that begins shaking with laughter. Well, I'm just gonna tell him. First, I will tell you this one thing. I have been popping in and out of the brothel for a good long time. I'm quite knowledgeable regarding both its occupants and their activities. I'm sure that talking about me is utterly worthless. Not only will you lose me as a potential source of information, but I'll simply disappear before someone comes and investigates your claims. I could just chop you up. You'll do nothing of the sort. Why, even the most common of men knows that one cannot commit an act of violence against a brothel. You'll simply be cast out. And if that were not the case, I'm sure you make commanding artists quite impressive. Okay, well, I'll just tell them. And that's the same thing again. Okay, more questions then. So, yeah, do you just return to normal format well? Well, I have no need to share such secrets with the likes of you, and besides there is no cause to change back at the present moment, since I have not yet experienced the full sensations of being in armor. It is a complete thing to hold the sword soft, frilly clothes, smelling the wondrous woman smells. He is a pervert, grade A pervert. Right, and for some reason, let's talk about Echo then. Well, she can't have always been mute, you know, otherwise I'm most certain she would have learned some other means of communicating in the meantime. Well, maybe you've captured her talking at some point? You don't want to talk to me about that. Okay, Vivian's scent. Are you the one who stole it? Well, I had heard about that, most unfortunate. Did you ever have the exquisite pleasure of breathing in that scent of hers? Ah, absolutely wondrous it was, but sadly no, I know not where good Lady Vivian's scent might be found. And we can keep talking about Marissa's Crimson Veil here. Well, I heard she used to walk about in a Crimson Veil, but that she had recently taken the room and darkened it. So, yeah, apparently it is indeed missing. Well, that's what I asked you. So, puzzle well. Well, few folk who dwell in the city for any length of time don't. I must wonder, though, what is about her you wish to know? I need to find her. Well, you're mad, you know, quite mad, utterly barmy, I believe, is the common term for it. Ravel is banished from Sigil long ago, and if she's not dead, you'll wish you were, should you somehow succeed in finding her. She devoured all those who sought her out before, it is said, and will likely do you the same disservice. Okay, fair enough, we're done here.
Done.
Right, before we end the episode, let's start by checking in. What, weren't I in here? Yes, I was. Let's talk with you. I have some questions about Marissa's Crimson Veil, but first, let's ask about Vivian's scent. Well, try Hive Gutter, perhaps that's just a similar aroma. And you are claiming Marissa stole it. How so? No, but I'm hoping you'll go stomping into the room and upset her enough to do something awful to you. Okay, fair enough. You know what? Crimson Veil, have you heard about it? Well, up your arse, perhaps. Else, I don't know. Okay. Uh-huh. I would assume that we can find it here, but you are in here. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll actually just start... Ooh. Ooh, do they walk out? You walked out.
I'm gone.
I see. Can I ask you about Vivian's scent?
Updated my journal.
There we go. Speak with Nenny. Okay, cool. Marissa's Crimson Veil. Sure, talk about Marissa. Well, once upon a time in a world of heroes and a time of petty, childish gods, there were 3 sisters. Cursed with a hideous appearance, they were considered demons by the people of the land and forever shunned. One missed her sisters terribly, yet left that world with its shame behind, but exchanged the pettiness of Pantheon for the pettiness of self. Uh-huh. But yeah, okay, right. So since you're moving about... Okay. I would like to ask you more questions. Vivian's scent. Most of the women will say she's prissy, but she's always been nice enough to me, compliments me under my eyes, and she smells so good. Hopes to find her scent. And, apparently I can just smooth talk her a bit. You do have very lovely eyes. Idiot. Ignore Anna. Sharks and looks back at you. Oh, why thank you. You can see them glowing in the dark. You know, bizarre, no. Well, you know, you have some nice eyes too. So dark and mysterious, so full of character. Thank you. Marissa's Crimson Veil, what have you heard? Okay, I haven't seen it since the last time she wore it out, but Nenny might have seen something, so try asking her. I'll admit it's been nice. Marissa won't leave her shape without the veil, so we've all been spared her foul tongue. Well, the Kimashi is the worst of the 2, though. How so? Well, Marissa's haughty and mean, but Kimashi, she's a bitter, spiteful monster of a woman with a venomous tongue and the demeanor of a Balor. I can see why anyone would like to speak with her. I sincerely doubt her appearance makes up for that flaying poisonous mouth of hers, but she receives patrons nonetheless. Okay, fair enough. Would like for her to leave her room. Let's have people there in case she actually does. So yeah, they do leave their rooms sometimes and the door closes. Nenny. Who was Nenny anyway? And we're gonna have to do that next episode, I guess. Because we are far in already. Where the hell was Nenny? Ooh, Nenny. Here we go. Nenny, hello. Some questions about Vivian's
Updated
scent.
my journal.
Well, maybe. I saw that me and Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room one night. Now, I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's not a very nice person. And that sure sounds suspicious. Huh. Okay, I'll go ask her about it. Fair enough. So I think we've gotten somewhere, don't we? But at this point, I'm... Okay, so you're having fun. You do. So how could I...
No, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, fiendling. Or hug me. Or kiss me.
Well, Mort, you are a charmer, aren't you? So, you might want to move away from your room at some point. We'll see. You know what? Have I done anything now to get you to join me? So, would you like me to join me? And we're gonna start with this. We're gonna keep going with this. Okay, never mind. I don't think I've gotten enough of a thing yet. Alright. Well, I have ideas, at least, about what to do in here. But it feels like they are...
If you keep bobbing about, Skull, I'm gonna mount you in the end of a pike.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, it feels like I am almost needing her to leave her room at some point. Because of course I could go to Marissa now, but I'm also thinking that she won't help me unless I get her veil. I'll see about what I can do about this. Yeah, this has been one of those episodes where we just talk to a lot of people. Who knew that a brothel of slating intellectual lust would be so full of people? Fancy that, huh? Well, we'll see what we do in the next episode. We do have this place. We can go down and check what that is about. And after that, we'll see what we can do about the little intriguing things over here. See if we can solve that issue. That is going to come in the next episode. For now, though, this has been Ghostmet Gaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.